This is the Backlog Exposed podcast with Kevin Lane and Joel Rubel, bringing you weekly discussions on gaming as well as quick insights into sports, entertainment, and anything else that they can think of. Be sure to check out the backlogexposed.com, where you can listen to the podcast and get links to Twitter, Discord, YouTube, and Facebook.
I'm Joe.
I'm Kevin.
And we are
The Backlog
Exposed. Yeah.
Now, gear up and get ready because this backlog is about to be exposed.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Backlog Exposed episode number 47. 47 is one of my favorite numbers of all time. Today is March the 30th, 2019, and as you can tell, I am here solo once again. Kevin is at home in nice sunny Florida, recovering from his carpal tunnel surgery and his elbow surgery, probably out laying by the pool, being lazy, not doing nothing. So, Kevin, when you listen to this, you can kiss my ass. Nah, I'm just kidding, buddy. We're praying for you. Hope you get into recovery pretty quick. Get back on this podcast with me because, I'm pretty sure it sounds boring when I just talk. Anyway, I'm sure everybody was aware PAX East just happened. Just for the fact that I'm by myself, I'm not going to go into major details on any of those games. But let me tell you, I'm going to go into big details right now over the only game that matters from PAX East, and that's Borderlands 3. If you've been following this podcast for the last 46 other episodes, you know that I'm a huge Borderlands fan. So, with that being said, let's go over some details about Borderlands 3. The trailer came out a couple days ago. I think it was on the 26th, roughly, 25th or whatever it was, March. It's called the Borderlands Teaser Mask of Mayhem. And inside that, there was a huge mask, basically, and it had all the characters, different weapons, different enemies, and all that stuff that was going on. And, that got our blood pumping because we were thinking that Borderlands 3 was coming out. We weren't for sure. This has been a year or like 5 or 6 years in the making. And Randy, the guy that was, over Gearbox, kept teasing us with these, I got 3 meetings in 3 cities. They're going to be 3 hours. And it was always just 3 for like the last month or so. And when he got closer and closer to PAX East, he posted a picture of his latte that they had served him at some restaurant or some coffee shop. Had a big nice letter or number 3 on it. Just kept teasing. And finally PAX East happened on the 28th at about 2:45. And it finally came to fruition that Borderlands 3 is a no-shit game coming out. But during the PAX East, they also mentioned that they are releasing a Borderlands, I'm going to call it a trilogy because that's basically what it is. It's all the rest of the Borderlands games remastered. So if you played Borderlands 1, if you can remember, there were no facial change. You couldn't do any face changes, no cosmetic changes, nothing like that. Well, in this one, they actually incorporated stuff that was in Borderlands 2 and the pre-sequel into Borderlands 1. So they added a bunch of new weapons. They did a bunch of boss changes. They were giving you the ability to do shift code keys now, which is a huge deal. If you're unfamiliar, shift codes are something that the developers give out over Twitter or whatever, and you can use that shift code to get golden keys to open up golden chests throughout the game. So, and those golden chests usually drop some pretty badass guns. So it's pretty cool how they're bringing all this stuff back and forth. They're remastering Borderlands 1, adding some new enemies. They're doing Borderlands 2, the pre-sequel, a bunch of the other Borderlands stuff that, the Tall Tales of Borderlands and all those games. But they didn't give a release date of Borderlands 3, which is, what I kind of figured was going to happen. But I think the speculation is around October 1st is when it's going to come out. I want to say it's sometime in October will be the 10-year anniversary of Borderlands. So I think they're going to try and mix that in there as a, is when they're going to release it. I'm not going to get into the story behind Borderlands 3 just because of the fact that you guys may not have already followed it or whatever. But as of right now, we know the Borderlands 3 characters, there's a ton of them. I'm not sure if they're all playable characters yet. they revealed them in the trailer as characters, but you have Lilith, Maya, Brick, Tiny Tina may be a playable character now, which is badass. Mordecai, Troy, Tyrene, Claptrap, Moxie, Zero. Zero was awesome. He was one of my favorite characters. I had a maxed out Zero, and it was insane the way he played. Amara, Zane, Flack, Mose, Ellie, Tannis, Marcus, Rise, Vaughn, Hammerlock, and Aurelia. I guess that's how you say the name. Forgive me if that's not it. But we have the 4 new Vault Hunters, they call them. Amara, which is a Siren. Zane is Operative. Flack, which is a Beastmaster. And Mose is a Soldier. So, the 4 new characters coming in look pretty badass. Of course, they're going to be amped up. They're going to have all this crazy power. Amara basically is a Siren. Appears to pack with some variabilities, including a melee attack with 6 summoned arms, a self-projection that can attack, and phase lock. So, the Siren is the one that someone has to have in your party, just for the fact that if you're getting overran by enemies, they can phase lock somebody, hold them up, take them out of the fight, and you can take on the other 1 or 2 characters or the enemies that's fighting you or whatever. So a Siren's a really, really good character to have. The phase lock ability is what I really liked in 1 and 2. Zane is our wealthy and classy operative class, like Zero from Borderlands 2. Zane can throw out a decoy. Excuse me. Zero did the same thing. He would throw out a decoy, but it was mainly to escape a bunch of enemies or to get behind someone. You couldn't do any damage while you had that the decoy out. As soon as you started to attack, your decoy left. But it's still a really good character to have. Flack is the robotic Beastmaster and can choose between 3 different pets, one of which is a Skag. According to the leak, each of the different pets will have its own moveset. So this is almost like the character in 2 whenever you throw out the robot, which that was one of my favorite characters, just for the fact that you would throw out that robot and it could stay with you for the ability that you had. You could have the robot every time it gets a kill. It adds a few more seconds to its lifespan. So you could have the robot out for, 3, 4, 5 minutes, and that's crucial in a big battle. Mose is the Soldier and can call a giant mech that she will pilot. Other players can hop on the top of the mech and use the powerful mounted gun too. This is the same thing as the Soldier that was in 1 and 2. Now Mose is in there, and it's pretty much a giant robot, which it's almost like Titanfall the way it sounds. But the 4K play is going to be amazing. They released and said there was over 1 billion guns. So, in the last 1 and 2, there were like 300 or 400 million, or there was millions and millions of guns. And in this one now they released and said that they are over 1 billion. 1 billion guns, which is absolutely crazy. I mean, you're probably never going to collect 100,000 of these guns. One cool thing they didn't release though, which I'm kind of glad they didn't, was any of the golden weapons, which is awesome. I'm glad they didn't actually throw any of those in there, because then you kind of gives the fun away from it. But it looks badass. But he also said too during PAXs that Handsome Jack will not return. So we pretty much whooped his ass in the last couple, and he's not coming back. So that's kind of good that he's not coming back. It looks really good. I'm super excited. I've been wanting this game to come out for years and years. Finally they came out, done away with all the bullshit guessing and all that, and it's finally here. I'm guessing I want to say Borderlands 1 Remastered is coming out. I want to say April 3rd, and it's going to be like $30. Totally worth it. Remastered. Graphics are going to be amazing. You can start, and what I think they're doing is giving people that haven't played the Borderlands series the ability to play Borderlands 1, 2, and the pre-sequel, understand the story, and by the time you get those games played it through, you'll understand the story, and then by the time that happens, you should jump right into Borderlands 3, and I'm hoping that does come out October. As much time as they've put into this game, and as much as they haven't really talked about it at all. They've, hinted at it here and there. So I'm hoping October is a nice, set for Borderlands 3. That'll give you plenty of time to play 1, 2, and the pre-sequel, which I'm going to do, even though I've already platinumed all 3 of these games on PS3. April 3rd, as soon as it drops, I'm going to go buy it again. and play through it again. I want to go through the first one. I'll beat it again, go through the second one, and go through the pre-sequel again, just to get the storyline back in my mind. Because, like I said, it's been a good 10 years, 8 to 10 years since I even played Borderlands 1. Borderlands 1 isn't my favorite. It's an amazing game, but Borderlands 2 is my favorite. I think I just like it because of Zero and some of the other characters that's on there. Some of the bosses are harder in 2, which makes it more fun when you have a team of 4. I just can't wait, man. I don't think I've ever been this excited about a video game launch than at all. Like Call of Duty's, I'm always excited to see them, but for Borderlands 3 to come out, everyone's seen me talk about it, or everyone's heard me talk about it. Every podcast, anytime a game gets brought up, Borderlands is my go-to. Finally, it's here. So, but yeah, there's a couple trailers out there. The Borderlands teaser, Mask of Mayhem, was the initial teaser talking about. It was just a video basically of showing you the mask and the characters and all of that. But you can actually go Google now the Borderlands 3 trailer, and it shows you. It doesn't show you any gameplay just yet, but it does show you the characters and what it looks like, and different ideas like that. But can't wait. It's gonna be amazing. PAX East, man. I wish I could have went. I ended up talking to Lucid Sound. They were trying to get me there with them, but I had to work. So there was a live stream I wasn't able to get to because I was at work. But they did giveaways and all of that. So Lucid Sound was there representing the team. There was a couple other games. There was Noble Chairs there. They were also doing giveaways for gaming chairs. So it was kind of cool knowing people that I've worked with in the past was actually at PAX East, giving it a good job there. But I really wish you could have went, man, because Borderlands 3, if you'd have went to their or Gearbox, if you'd went to their 1 hour live event, they gave away a new card game. That's a Borderlands card game, which is pretty badass. Something Tiny Tina, which is pretty cool. So everybody in the audience got the Tiny Tina card game. And then towards the 3/4 of the hour in, they released the Borderlands 1 getting remastered and all of that. And they're like, oh yeah, by the way, everyone in here gets a code, a download code for those games as well. And I was like, man, so they're going to be able to play that game as soon as it comes out like everybody else, but they got it for free. So, PAX East is awesome. I can't wait. I really hope that they do come out and they're not, getting our hopes up saying the game's here, but then, it's going to be, early 2020 that it comes out. So I really hope that's not it. But they are releasing the Borderlands 1, 2, and the pre-sequel, which will give us, hold us over. Because, like I said, those games are phenomenal. Everyone should go through those, look at it, play them, and just give what you got. They're amazing. And if if you play them and you don't like them, shoot me an email, and I'll talk to you about it. But I'm pretty sure I won't see any emails or any comments about those games because they are amazing. Let's see here. It's not going to be a long podcast, like I said. I got a lot going on today. Like I said, Kevin's out, but I wanted to touch base, let you guys know we're still here. We're just in, the weekends are hectic for me because I work 10-hour days during the week. So when I get my weekends, I got a lot of work to do at the house and then family, and my kids are out and about, baseball, and my daughter's out at a friend's house. So it's kind of hectic. And then of course Kevin's in Florida. He's always got stuff going on. He works long days, and now that he's got his surgery and stuff like that, it's kind of one-on-one. And I just feel like when you're one-on-one, you ramble a lot because no one gets to talk back and forth. But I did want to get an episode out. I want to talk to you guys about Borderlands 3, which is, my favorite game, my bread and butter. But other than that, if you guys are looking for a new gaming headset, Lucid Sound's the way to go. Use promo code Team EMAR. Save yourself 20%. Other than that, if you guys ever want to play with me, let me know. I'm on Team EMAR Gaming on Twitch. Send me an email to backlogexposed.com. Get on there, talk to us. I got my Elgato going now, so I'm able to live stream. I did my first live stream with the Elgato a couple days ago. Worked out pretty well. Had like 3 or 4 views, which is pretty cool because I only have like 1 or 2 usually. So I did get 3 or 4 views on there. So I'm going to be streaming a lot more now. Anytime you guys want to play a Call of Duty with us or something like that, just send us an email hit us up on Discord. I'll be more than willing to play with you guys. If you guys watch PAX East and you want us to talk about any certain particular game on our next podcast, because me and Kevin both are going to be on here, so it'll be a lot better back and forth. Just hit us up at the backlogexposed.com. Send us an email. Let us know what games that's coming out for you that you want to play, and we'll definitely touch base with them, get to know what's going on. But yeah, like I said, I just want to get on real quick, let you guys know we didn't forget about our fans. We're still on here. We just got a lot going on, and it's been pretty hectic the last couple of weeks. But hey, man, I'm Joe, and we are Exposed.